Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting review and another Oberbayerisches Märzen Spezial. This one is from Brauerei Berger, located in the town Reischach in Oberbayern. And it comes in this Bügelverschluss Flasche, Maurerflasche, 0.5 liter Maurerflasche with the Bügelverschluss, of course. I can show it closer to you. No back label, the only label is this one right here that keeps the seal of this Bügelverschluss. Very old style look to have only a label right here. That was how bottles were, or how label was made before, was over here of the Bügelverschluss, which is of course much older opening process compared to the crown cap that came later on, the more cheap and optimized opening style. So here's the only label. Also before, in old times, there was no label right here. So it gives a really old impression. That's something very positive. This reminds me a lot about the Schriffer Prissendorf flasche, because it was the same bottle shape, it was the same regarding that there was only a label right here and no other label. And that's of course something very positive. Even for me, who usually like to look at those big labels, this is a much older style, so that's something positive about that. I can show it closer to you right here. The Märzen Spezial, that's what it's called. And here you see the label Brauerei Berger in Reischach in Oberbayern, their Märzen Spezial. Really small brewery, this one. Karl Berger is the owner of it. And this is their main beer, Märzen Spezial, alcohol content 5.6% volume. Märzen Spezial is a very special and interesting beer style. They do have, he's brewing two other beers, that's a Dunkel and a Helles, but I decided to go with this one because it's mostly interesting. And it's also, I think it's the most sold one from this brewery, which makes sense, of course. Brauerei Berger in Reischach. I can show the logo closer to you once again, or I don't know if we can call it logo, but Brauerei Berger, does it say right here? It's one that I've been looking forward to a lot, of course. So let's plop up the bottle with the Bügelverschluss. Right there. See all the smoke coming out, showing that it's really fresh. That's something very positive, of course. That's a must on this beer style. Let's pour it up into the further beer style well-fitting glass. That's also very important to use the right type of glass for the beer style. You can see, nice 2-finger thick white foam crown, and its appearance, which is really beautiful also, like a typical Märzen Spezial should look like, in my opinion. There's a nice foam crown close-up of that, and a nice color of it also, with its cloudy appearance, cloudy semi-dark gold appearance, I would say. But it looks really fantastic. Of course, big expectations as always when it's a very small brewery like this one, brewing a Märzen Spezial, really small old brewery. 1929 was it founded. Let's get the aroma, which is amazing, very fresh and nice. And just as the beer style promises you, it's something very special indeed. Yeah, very well balanced, very high quality of the raw materials. Let's give it a try. The Märzen Spezial from Brauerei Berger, Reischach, Oberbayern. Prost. Of course, doesn't disappoint me at all. What a blast. It's having really rich taste in both the maltiness and the hops, which is very well balanced. Also, something that really reminds me is that it's easy to feel the high quality raw materials of this. Really gives a great impression, this whole brewery. Let's take a closer look at the label once again, so you can see right here. is the great looking label, and it says Märzen Spezial 5.6% volume, gebraut nach dem Reinheitsgebot von 1516. Brauerei Berger, 84571, Reischach. Zutaten: Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen. Yeah, that's all information. Only an address, nothing more than that, no telephone number, of course, no website, but they do have a website anyway, that I'm gonna link to in the description box below. Hope that you're gonna check that out and read some history about it, some interesting information about it, but I will read through it for you anyway. The Berger Brewery is a true family business. In 1929, our great-grandfather Joseph Berger decided that beer should be served in his restaurant. Back then, that was only possible if you brewed yourself. So brewing license was applied for. He rode his bike to Munich especially for this, and then the beer brewing started. Today, Karl Berger is the third generation to run the brewery. The great-granddaughter and thus the fourth generation is already in an integral part of the business with master brewer Katarina Berger. This is how we get the money out of our great-grandfather and his famous idea. By the way, the copper hood shown here is the original hand-beaten brewing pan cover from back then, still in use today and our pride and joy. That's of course nice that they keep the same brewing kettle as they started with this brewery. Very, very impressive. We brew 3 types of beer: the finely sparkling Berger Vollbierhell green label, the powerful dark with red label, and the tasty Berger Märzen Spezial with blue label. For us, it goes without saying that we keep the recipe handed down from family tradition, and with it the Bavarian purity law of 1516. Hops from the Hallertau, barley malt from Bavarian malting houses, and fresh water are ingredients that we use according to old craftsmanship in addition to yeast. All varieties are filled in Maurer bottles, better known as flip-top bottles, as sold fresh from the refrigerated brewery. Our Berger beer is also available for home delivery within a certain area, and of course also in selected beverage stores. So of all the breweries that has been on my channel, this is maybe the hardest one to get hold of, at least definitely one of the hardest ones to get hold of. There are some Franconian breweries also that only sells in their own brewers, but that one is definitely among the hardest one to get hold of, this bottle. So I'm really appreciated that I got it from a dealership. Here you see the look of Brauerei Berger, Karl Berger in Reischach in Oberbayern, the look of it where it is in Bavaria, and the look of the brewery and so on. Here you see the 3 beers also. Here you see Brauerei Berger. From my book about Bavarian breweries, what does it say right here? 1929, Katarina und Karl Berger. Recommendation: Spezial Märzen, alcohol content 5.7% volume, Oettinger Straße 3, 84571, Reischach, Brauerei Berger Bräustüberl. Brauerei Berger, Reischach. Yeah, that's information from that book. And yeah, that's it regarding this beer. And as always, I hope you like my reviews, and see you again in next Bavarian beer review.